But Taylor's goal is still looking like being the decisive one at the moment. Good chance this. Stalybridge's turn. You can bet they'll go at the throat of the opponents now. No free kick for them there. And again, Bromsgrove tried to use this very successful ploy earlier of hitting the ball over the top of the defenders for Carter to run onto. That's when they look at their most dangerous to me. The substitute here now. Oh, he's turned well, and he's fed the ball down to Carter. Marlowe dispossessed. Ryan brings it out. Just about found Wheeler. Cotham. Headed away by Skelding. Holds the line together well, Jim Skelding. Jim Skelding's one of those very experienced semi-professionals at Bromsgrove who always gives 100%. Change then for Stalybridge Celtic, and I think Neil Edmonds is the player who goes off this time. Paul Clayton, who missed Saturday's victory because of flu, and he's on now to try and get an equaliser for Stalybridge.
Number 14 replacing number 2.
Free kick there, Patterson with it. Desperately in need of a goal, Stalybridge. Brendan Burke hooks one across, it won't go out. But the onus was on Stalybridge to keep it in. Paul Wheeler unable to do that. Boston. Kevin Megson, former Bradford City and Halifax Town player, with this throw in. And then hooked straight up in the air by Barres. The danger to Stalybridge must be in pushing all these men up, that they get caught on a break by the likes of Recce Carter, but they're still in possession down the touchline. Well, they were. John Moles in the studio in London. Can you see Stalybridge getting an equaliser?
Well, I still think they look dangerous, although, of course, Bromsgrove keep catching them on the break. They're pushing forward, and Wheeler and Ryan are really putting the effort in here. And Jackson's had a couple of good chances. I'm still confident of a goal coming up soon, John.
OK, John, we'll see if either side can manage that. They've not really exerted the pressure on Hughes that might have been expected after his injury. And now Bromsgrove lose possession. And Wheeler's worked tremendously hard for them. Down the line to Clayton, and he's allowed it to run out. But I think Paul Wheeler's done a very good job tonight.
Yeah, Paul's come out and done a great job over the other side there, on the left side. And I think that the person that's probably going to look the most dangerous at the moment is the lad Jackson for Stalybridge, and obviously Carter up front for Bromsgrove. I'm sure we're going to get a goal from either of them before the end of the game.
Well, just 10 minutes left for someone to do that, and the first chance there is headed safely back by this man Skelding again. He's such an organiser, Jim Skelding. Also takes the penalties for Bromsgrove. He scored one on Saturday, in fact, in that defeat by Northwich. And they're working very hard at the moment, Bromsgrove, as it's picked up centre circle by Gray. Tries to feed one down the middle, and the substitute Boston was kept at bay there. Only a young lad, just finding his way into first team football since Tony Grealish took over. Nine minutes left. Thoughtful manager, Tony Grealish. They've had a very good record since he's taken over. He's unhappy about that. He's a battler. Well, to look at Tony Grealish to know that he was a battler. And his side have to battle away for another 8.5 minutes to progress to the semi-finals of the Warlord Trophy. Here on Sportswire, don't count Stalybridge out yet. 8 successive home wins. I suppose all runs have to come to an end sometime, and Bromsgrove might be able to bring this particular run to an end, but Stalybridge are going to give it their best shots, of that you can be sure. Kofa, 3 in the middle weight. Down the line it goes, but it's out of play. 8 minutes left. But they'll have had the feeling of being unbeatable on their own ground here, won't they, Stalybridge, before this match, Brian?
That's right, they'll have come into the game with confidence because it is the home ground, and to start with, you wouldn't have thought that that was true, because Bromsgrove did ever so well to go 2-0 up, and of course that feeling came back to Stalybridge when they got the 2 goals to equalise.
I think Corey said he fancied a Bromsgrove win here. And he's right at the moment, but there's still plenty of time left. We've got that extraordinary match at Dagenham at the weekend where the home side 3-0 down to Stafford Rangers with 12 minutes to go. Got a 3-3 draw thanks to a hat-trick from Roy McDonough. Extraordinary stuff. Stalybridge will take heart from that sort of statistic. They can win it even yet, but they're 2-3 behind. And that's going to go right across from Ricky Carter. I'm not quite sure how much that missed by. Well, hit our camera in the end, but plenty of cameramen around. I was going to say there he is, but you can't see him. Good header from Oakley. Good header from Skelding. Now Gray. And it's Ryan battling away to try and win it from Glasser. Taylor was caught. Throw-in for the home side, taken by Kevin Megson. Gray here always brings a bit of order to the proceedings when he's in possession. And the ball up in the air a lot at the moment. He's not had the flurry of goals we had in the first half, but it's still on a knife edge, this game. Oh, there's a nice little back header from Jackson. Megson couldn't quite reach it. Stalybridge Celtic 2, Bromsgrove Rovers 3. Well, Stalybridge have to do something spectacular now to save it. Brendan Burke made a charge there. He's got to get back into an onside position as the ball is headed on. They haven't had much possession around the penalty area, and Alan Judge has had a relatively quiet second half, actually. Hasn't had many saves to make, has he, Brian?
No, he hasn't, no. Neither goalkeeper. The conditions are bound to tell, at this time of the game, aren't they? I mean, it is a muddy pitch, and a lot of the lads will be feeling heavy-legged, so...
Well, I was saying that something had to be done, and the answer from Peter Wragg is to take off Kevin Megson at this stage, to bring on Steve Shaughnessy, who's got 6 goals this season. Former Runcorn player, with quite a job on his hands now. Get me a goal, says Peter Wragg, in 4 minutes. Well, they're on the attack with Jackson, but once more, it's a good challenge by Andy Power.
Number 12, Steve Shaughnessy, replacing number 6, Kevin Megson.
Cotham. The ball in, headed on by Shaughnessy. And Wheeler was there lurking, but it just didn't come for him. Ricky Carter can't keep possession. So it's spread out here to Brendan Burt now. And he never looked to be comfortable on the ball there. That's about the first time he hasn't. And so it's brought away by Taylor. Taylor, who struck the third of Bromsgrove's goals this evening. And still it's Taylor. He might fancy a dip again. He might as well with the left foot, and it's gone wide. No harm in trying. It's wasted up a few more precious seconds, and we now have exactly 3 minutes to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's 427. And one of the night sponsors are Johnson's Paints PLC of Drawsden, and they're representing
Wheeler's header on towards Shaughnessy. Turned back for Alan Judge, who's got plenty of time. And clears effectively up towards the halfway line, where Burress has it. Ryan. On they go with Wheeler. And not one of the better contributions of the night from Paul Wheeler, that. He's had some very good moments in this match, but this is not one of the better ones. The sort all goalkeepers like to see coming at them, isn't it? That was Ogley's header. And, they're giving it a good dart anyway, Stalybridge Celtic. And it's, well, rather unfortunate for them there that they didn't get clean possession. But Recce Carter can't keep it. They are throwing everything into it now, Stalybridge, as they look for an equalising goal. And they have a throw-in on a line with the 18-yard area.